Welcome to day 2 and the only full day I'll be spending in Portland, where we'll be doing something a little bit less impressive than an ultimate ride or a tube challenge, but we will be riding the entire MAX system today. So first off, we're going to hop a bus over to the Blue Line at Skidmore Fountain, take that all the way out to Hillsborough. Then when we come back in, I think I'm going to go Yellow Line, come down the Transit Mall, no, go up to Expo Center, come back down the Transit Mall, have lunch at that point. Might make a few stops along the way. Actually, I'll probably stop at Steel Bridge. At the Steel Bridge, walk across the Steel Bridge, get some photos, videos of MAX, Amtrak possibly at Union Station below, and streetcars over on the Broadway Bridge just north. Then we're going to the Rail Heritage Center. We're probably going to hit the tramway as well. Actually, that might be what we do, streetcar to the tramway, and then walk over Tillicum Crossing to the Heritage Center, getting streetcars, buses, and MAX trains on the Tillicum Crossing. And down to Milwaukee, bus over to Clackamas, up to Gateway, out to Gresham, and that will pretty much have completed it, because I already did the airport yesterday and I'm doing it tomorrow, so I'm not going to hit the airport branch today. So I will complete the MAX system. We're not going to actually ride the entire thing in today because I'm going to leave out the airport branch. No reason to do that again. So enjoy the ride. Objects or behavior to a TriMet employee or call 911.
Manténgase en el de seguro. Si ve un artículo sospechoso, repórtelo a un empleado de TriMet o llame al 911.
Washington Park. Doors to my left.
Puertas a mi izquierda.
Blue line to Hills. Merlot Road, Southwest 158th Avenue, and Tualatin Hills Nature Park. Doors to my left.
Puertas a mi izquierda.
Southwest 170th Avenue. Doors to my right.
Puertas a mi derecha.
Hillsborough Central Transit Center, Southeast 3rd Avenue. Doors to my right.
Puertas a mi derecha.
The doors are closing. Train departing. Please hold on. In the priority seating area, you are required to move for seniors and people with disabilities.
En el área de asientos de prioridad deberá ceder el lugar a personas de edad avanzada y personas con dificultades físicas.
Hatfield Government Center. This station is the end of the line. Thank you for riding TriMet.
Esta es la última estación de esta línea. Gracias por viajar en TriMet.
Now each side is trying to make as much money as they can. So.
Or they charge my daughter inside the room. She's done. She's working at a pharmaceutical company for us. She's been there for years since a chemist. But they're closing their office in October. Yeah, so that's kind of a bummer. So she's been working.
Kevin will swing when he passes the tower.
Kevin Hart has 49 down, 4-9.
This.
What?
You like what I want this. Maybe not. Look at this.
Yeah.
Houses.
Yeah.
It's not habitats.
I know when I was talking to Logan, I was debating whether or not I would recommend the same thing that my parents, that I did with my parents for you, or I was also really looking for the same thing to do because it would be a south of like the North South area that it all has incredible red sand dunes, and then the north has like the indigenous people you can go to safari parks as well. There's a vegan falls on this. Maybe when I go back. Did I ever tell you that the campsite that we worked at when the guy fell through the roof and slit his arms? She has a woman that worked there. Because like she always was, but it was always kind of like this. No one says anything about it. And Logan and I was having so much fun with them, like actually like calling him out on it. So I don't think anything really happened before. And like while we were there, he bought her a cell phone. And she saved his number as Honey, and so we just gave her so much. And we're like, how are you guys doing? And you're calling him Honey, so whenever he would text her, he'd be like, what's Honey saying? I just give her such a hard time about it. And so I think just when I brought it up Maureen said that after going in their car and they realized that about each other, and then mom, and they call it mom, and it's like a revered tradition. And I only tried once, and it's so much harder. I was not good at it.
I used to park.
What do you see? What do you see outside?
Okay.
That's what we're painting.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. And like, I mean, going to med school there, it's like very undergrad. We had a little bit of exposure to the frats. Yeah, essentially. Like the uglier part of the campus in the back.
It's an original.
Parts of the undergrad.
Cute though. Cutesy.
There's
The
houses.
hospital, like,
Cheating.
you know.
All these houses.
Yeah.
Swimming pool.
Grinnell. Tiny little arts. How about you? Okay.
Yeah, Chris said people used to put me signs up on their roofs when they first built this. All kinds of nasty things.
I bet.
She said people were
Oh, okay.
really mad. Trucks and cars.
You feel how hot it is?
Yeah.
You feel how hot it is?
See the river over there? The big tent.
Here we go, Mimi. Good job.
We're coming down. Landing.
Yeah, I'm here in Portland. I want to make sure I'm on Jose's friends and family so I can get them.
He's doing his postdoc.
There's one in this shop.
Yeah, we met at Dartmouth when he was doing PhD.
This here is one of only 5 surviving Alco PAs anywhere in the world. Originally a Santa Fe, then a D&H, then it went to Mexico, and now it's being restored as Nickel Plate Road number 190. Apparently the restoration's like 95% complete, and it should be operational in a couple of years. We'll get to that back there. Don't worry about that. We'll get back to her. This one is Spokane, Portland, and Seattle 484, number 700, which is down for its 1472 maintenance. So it might be a couple years before this one's back up and running again. So this is the second under restoration locomotive I've seen so far this year after 2102. The Reading locomotive, which was in Pennsylvania. Before we get over to the main event, there's another locomotive here. OR&N 197. This is, I guess, under restoration as well. And I don't know how far along they are with this. It's been a long, long time since this last ran. I think 1958 or something. This ended up being a Union Pacific locomotive. And, well, there's the cab of the 700. And the 190 and the main attraction here. Hello, old friend. It's been a while. Southern Pacific GS4 484 Northern number 4449 Daylight. One of only 2 operational streamlined steam locomotives in the U.S. The other being Norfolk and Western number 611.
Trying to sleep around here. Hey. No?
I was behind this one many years ago in 2009. About almost exactly 7 years ago, from Minneapolis, Minnesota to Chicago, Illinois. One way, scheduled 10 hours, ended up being a bit longer than that. But it was my first mainline steam trip. So this beastie here holds a special place in my heart. Still the only oil-fired steamer I've been behind. Everything else since then has been coal. And will continue to be that way through the end of this year at least. But she is a beauty. I actually was in here in '09. When she was sitting in Minneapolis, I ran across it the day before the train left. And I asked if I could go up in the cab. They said yes, and I got to sit in the cab for a little bit while they were servicing her and getting her ready to go. The whole train was set up already. They were just doing, there wasn't any more switching to do. They were all done. So, it's a beautiful locomotive. The orange and the red. Nothing else quite like it. Probably the most colorful locomotive anywhere in operation, anywhere in the world. Good old Southern Pacific, Lima Locomotive Works. They did a good job with this one. And good job and these people up here do a good job keeping it running. Well done. Here we've got an Alco RS3. Don't know if it actually is originally nickel plate, but it's painted up right now as nickel plate 324. It's a fake trolley. The gray line. Gonna stay here a few more minutes, await the arrival and passing, think it's on its way out, of Amtrak train number 11, the southbound Coast Starlight, en route to Los Angeles, California. So we're gonna do that, and it's back to the Orange Line and down to Milwaukee. So instead of Starlight, I got a freight train. I'll take it. Starlight is still stuck at Portland. There goes a streetcar over the Tilcomb crossing. But I am going to head over and grab Max to Milwaukee. New line opened just about a year ago, and I will probably see the Coast Starlight from the train. So I'll be that. And that's the orange line clear. Now, gotta find the 33 bus to Clackamas.
Vision's that way. No. This one must take it division. This one goes direction. What green line? You want that line over there.
Priority seating area, you are required to move for seniors and people with disabilities.
En el área de asientos de prioridad deberá ceder el lugar a personas de edad avanzada y personas con dificultades físicas.
And that is all lines cleared, and that train is out of service. Great. Where's that door out of service? All right. Head back on this and head back into Portland.
Excellent. Under the chair.
Line to Portland City. Portland Line to Portland City Center and Hillsborough. The doors are closing. Train doors. In the priority seating area, you are required to move for seniors and people with disabilities.
En el área de asientos de prioridad deberá ceder el lugar a personas de edad avanzada y personas con dificultades físicas.
Skateboard fountain. Doors to my right.
Puertas a mi derecha.
Well, that was a day. I finished up the whole Mac system. Now ridden the entire Mac system. Didn't really get to do much else. Portland Aerial Tram was nice. I biked over the Tillicum crossing as well. That is everything a bridge should be in the 21st century. All transit, bikes, pedestrian path, wide enough, bike and pedestrian path on both sides, wide enough for both bikes and pedestrians on both sides, plus the transit facility in the middle of the bridge. Very well done. Well done to TriMet and the rest of the city of Portland and all the others who took part in it. Got to see, Portland Aerial Tram, yes, I did that. Great views of both Mount Hood and Mount St. Helens from the tram. Now, of course, with Mount St. Helens, you see the south slope of St. Helens rather than the north slope, which is the side that was where the devastation from the 1980 eruption is by far most apparent, because it was the north slope that slid off in a landslide that caused the cataclysmic blast. And Spirit Lake was north, and I think north and east of St. Helens. and it definitely looks like it's been sliced off at the top, which it kind of was, but more than that if you would to look at it from the north. I got to see an old friend, number 4449, hadn't seen her in a while. And I'd never seen an Alco PA before. I've seen plenty of steam locomotives, plenty of active steam locomotives. I have never seen an Alco PA before. There are only 5 left in the world, 2 in the United States, both of which came, and for a while there were none in the United States. 4 Alco PAs went to the D&H from the Santa Fe. Those ended up being the last 4 PAs in existence in the United States, and they were sold to the National Railway of Mexico. 2 of them were used for parts to keep the other 2 going. The 2 that were used are the ones that are still in Mexico. So think about it. NKP 190, which I believe was D&H, it was 16, 17, 18, and 19 were the locomotives on the D&H. One of those, it was a wreck when it was brought back up to the United States. It was an absolute wreck. You go look at pictures of those locomotives when they came back up. 2 came back up. The 2 wrecks came back up. And Doyle McCormick, who is an absolute legend, he was there today at the Heritage Center. I didn't get to see him. He was in a meeting. He's saved 4449, but I feel that what he's done with 190 with that Alco PA is even more impressive, and the likes of him may never be seen again in the railroading community. So we all have to work twice as hard, 4 times as hard, to be able to put in the same production that Doyle has. And we need to be able to keep his legacy going. Got to ride type 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I went inside of a type 5. I didn't get to ride it. Went inside of a type 5. I'm hoping to take care of type 5s tomorrow, because I'm going to have a little bit of time before I have to get to PDX. Depending on how early I get up, I might be able to do a little bit of max and go into Portland, wait for a type 5 to show up, ride it maybe a couple stops, and then if it's going outbound to the airport, I'm going to ride it all the way to the airport. If it's going to Gresham, I'll ride it to Gateway. If it's going the other way, I'll ride it maybe to Washington Park, maybe a little bit further, and that'll be, and then turn around, grab a red line back to the airport. I'm going to try to do a full flight video of the flight down to San Francisco tomorrow. I'm on like a 12:45 flight to San Francisco. I get in at 2:30. And then from there, it's into my Airbnb that I'm staying at in the Presidio. And again, reason I'm going to San Francisco is because I was supposed to attend Pokemon World Championships until they announced last week that they're closed to the public this year because they booked too small of a space after being open to the public for, well, pretty much forever at this point. Can't think of the last time they were closed. And with this being the 20th year of Pokemon, it's not a good look. But San Francisco is still a great city. They've got a lot of good equipment. There are PCCs. A lot of PCCs. We'll be focusing in on the PCCs while I am in San Francisco. Might head over to Jack London. There's a ferry over to Jack London Square and some great street running by Amtrak and Union Pacific over there. So we'll see about that. And really just go with the flow when I get to San Francisco. There's no plans for the entire weekend. And make the most of it. So this ends part 2. I'm going to have a... part 3 is going to be tomorrow. Just tomorrow. Part 4 Saturday. And then part 5 will be Sunday and Monday, because Monday is going to be very short. Monday's just going to be going out to SFO and then the flight back, and I'm in an aisle seat, so I can't really do any in-flight video. Tomorrow I'm going to try to do a full flight video of the flight from Portland to San Francisco, which will be posted separately. Keep an eye out for that if I'm able to pull it off. So, until tomorrow, have a good night, have a good day, depending on when you're watching this, and I will see you on the next part of this 5-part West Coast swing.